Have you ever been late for work?
Late.
Shit. Late for a meeting? Fuck.
Late.
Late for an interview? Hey.
Hey, you're a little late for your interview, Wes.
Yeah, sorry, but it's 11 o'clock. The interview's not till 11, right?
Yeah, well, it's 20 seconds past 11. Sorry, but we're gonna have to end this interview early. We're looking for more qualified candidates.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. What the
Late.
fuck, man? Or just late in traffic.
Late.
Nice. The topic I want to talk about in this video doesn't have to do with punctuality, but more about being late in life. You see, I was a late bloomer. This really sucked for me because my life during my adolescence revolved around competitive sports. I wasn't objectively the brightest and I knew it, so like every other young kid, I had a big dream to be a professional athlete. I was an active kid, always outside and never at home. I swam, I did karate, I was one of the youngest black belts at the time for my organization. I played soccer and dabbled in many other sports. I was naturally athletic, I've always been. I was always able to learn things quickly when it came to using my body, but I knew nothing in terms of how to treat it or develop it. You know, I was obviously very young, and my father flew here from Malaysia, and the internet was still in its developing years, so unless your father or mother was a former pro athlete, many young, talented athletes go to waste, in my opinion, due to the lack of guidance. I mean, most Asian kids go to school to be an amazing student, not to be an amazing athlete, you know what I mean? But then, on the opposite end, you have failed ex-former athletes who overtrain their children and kind of lay out this life plan, which is also horrible. Because that kid also has his or her own life to live, right? You see, I was a tiny boy, standing at 5'4", 5'5", weighing in at 105. But I was really skinny and I was frail. I still remember people could wrap their hands around my bicep, and it was really sad because at the time, I never really cared about my appearance. The concept of attraction or beauty never really was relevant for me, and it made me really insecure. At the time, I never cut my hair, I had Justin Bieber hair, I didn't care about how I dressed. And the whole idea of crushes or liking another person was all but terrifying for me. Transformative years, but it wasn't until I was 18 had I started seeing major physiological shifts. I grew to about 5'11" within a summer, my squeaky voice was less squeaky, and my hair was growing in weird places. I didn't have armpit hair until I was 18. 18! This was the time I started going to the gym, because what kind of insecure 18-year-old wouldn't start working out? I finally felt a bit more confident around other people, but had lacked the actual social experience to talk to people that I didn't really know. I graduated college late. I didn't go to a 4-year university right away, since I was such a screw up in high school. Granted, I never really paid attention in classes, unless I was really interested in it. I get like super hyper focused on things that like capture my interest, but I never saw it like that. Like I just didn't care, you know, I just did things that I liked. I moved far from home with no plan. So I ended up transferring from a 2-year institution, which took me about 2.5 years because I wasn't going to school for half a year. You know, I have no regrets. I met some lifelong friends from that. But I felt like I missed out on the common college experience, like dorming and living with random kids in the same building. And so came COVID, which forced my class to graduate online.
Yo, Kodo, how do you, It's spring 2022, and Koda has just graduated.
It was rough and tough, but the world was in hiding, and now my entire class was walking virtually. What the hell? But we stuck through, and the world kept going.
Pose. Both of you guys pose. Give me your guys' posing routine. Okay, I'll have the song, okay? At first I was afraid, I was petrified, kept thinking I could never lose without you by my side, and so I've been
I started making YouTube videos really late. Like, I've been wanting to make YouTube videos since I was probably 14. And I waited more than a decade just to finally start. Oh, but Wesley, you need a camera. Oh, Wesley, you need the right equipment. Some of the best filmmakers or creators had nothing but a webcam camera and a poor mic from their shitty laptop. All they needed was a pen and paper, an idea, a story, and the ability to just share that. I wouldn't say I'm exceptionally talented or unique or super duper creative, I'd say, but I'm done being afraid of what people think of me. You know, I spent tireless years waiting for the right moment. I worked jobs that I hated, and I just never felt confident to really post myself. So screw all that, you know, literally, fuck that. Just do it, you know? I've realized that no one cares. People are too caught up on their own little shenanigans. And if people really do care about you, like, they obviously have nothing going on in their lives to be so interested in your life, right? So screw it, do it anyway. I used to think being late meant I was behind. Behind physically. Behind socially. Behind everyone else who seemed to have life figured out before I did. But looking back now, I don't think I was late at all. I think I was just on a different clock.
So basically,
Puberty came late, confidence came late, college came late, reading came late. And yeah, each one of those made me feel insecure, invisible, or like I had already missed my chance. But what I realized in this, nothing meaningful in my life came from forcing myself to keep up with someone else's clock. It came when I finally stopped waiting for myself. When I stopped asking, am I too late? I started asking, do I actually want this? Being late taught me patience. It taught me how to sit with discomfort. It taught me how to build things quietly without telling anyone. Without an applause or without external validation. Not everyone peaks early. Samuel L. Jackson didn't get his first big role for Jungle Fever until he was in his 40s. Jamie Vardy didn't get his first pro contract until he was 25. But don't let social media make you feel any less. But if you feel late in your body, your career, your creativity, or your life in general, you're not behind at all. Maybe you're just still becoming. And honestly, I'm okay with that.